Hey kids, it's Arp. This is the ArpCast, somewhat live from the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains in eastern Tennessee. Today we talk about different things, weird people, and maybe unicorns and rainbows. We read poetry and short stories too. Most of all, we keep it real. This is the ArpCast, starting now. ArpCast number 43, Wednesday, January 24, 2018. It's Arp. Not that you, I don't know who you would have thought. We don't have guests, hosts here. We're focused on you, our listeners, our subscribers. It's cold again. Back and forth, warm, cold, disease. The plague is right around the corner. People telling me today, they're going back and forth and stuff's caught in their system and it's just bad. Bad. We're looking for 100 believers, followers on YouTube. And this is where our show ultimately gets broadcast. So find us out there. Be a keeper of the faith of the ArpCast. Search for us on YouTube. ArpCast, one word. You'll find us. Subscribe. We'd love to have you. By May 4, 2018, we want to have 100. May the 4th be with you. Be 18, 19, and 20 tonight. We're at 17. That's right. Had a lot of folks tune in, turn on since the last program. Appreciate that. Feels like a telethon, If you call in right now, we'll double. Well, we're not going to double anything, are we, Bob? No, we're not. Enough about me. Drip, 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 drip. That's my impression of water. The consistent application of water. Trickle down theory. It trickles, drip, 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 from high on a mountain. Brings it forth from the heavens. Rains, comes down, drip, drip, drip. Over time, thousands, millions of years, what has that become? This consistent application of water. There's no stopping it. It's just a cycle, right? I mean, it goes on whether we want it to or not. God, one thing humans aren't going to interfere with is freaking rain. No plan, just do. Know how to think about it. We can get into God and philosophy and all that, but it just happens. The rain just gives it up. The skies just pour. No desire, just action. Consistency. Over and over and over and over, millions and billions of times. Drip, drip, drip. No fun? I don't think so. That sort of, people say, well, they're just doing the same thing over and over. It's not fun. But, there are moments in time in that whole process where, the entire side of a mountain fell off. And the water pooled, and there was a lake, and then there was a river, and then there was an ocean. I don't know. That sounds pretty fun to me. The spontaneity will come, right? Don't force it. Sometimes it takes some time. And we just want it now, right? And we'll do anything in our day to break the sound of silence and the thought of consistency for a thrill. But there's a big payoff down the road. So as I was telling our good friend Gil Young, who is kind of an indirect contributor to the show, tonight about what I was thinking about. We were discussing things, And he reminded me of the Grand Canyon. Kind of, whether it's myth or reality, kind of started there, right? Just a trickle. It's a drop. Just a drip. A little bit of water here. A little bit of soil erodes there. And it happens. Get this magnificent canyon and river that provides us so much joy and aesthetic pleasure to our eyes and our other senses. Daily routine and consistency. A lot out there. I did a little bit of research for the show tonight. I'm not going to quote any of it. You can go out there and... but a daily routine and longevity, good life, so forth and so on. I look at my grandparents and to some degree my parents, but certainly my grandparents. What a routine they had. And my grandmother has it still. They go to sleep by a certain time. They eat a certain type of food. Stay away from other food. But they get sleep in the right way. They wake up at the same time every day. They do the same things in the morning. But, they don't look at it as, well, did I get pleasure out of this? No, it's something that I've got to do in order to have a fully functioning life. A body, a mind, an intellect that helps to propel me forward, to serve mankind, to serve my family, my community, whatever it might be. A time of reflection. I remember my grandfather, I'd go to India, and I'd land usually at an odd hour, and I'd get home, and so your sleep is off, jet lag, and all that good stuff. And I would usually wake up very early in the morning over there, because they're ahead of us, and so by 3 or 4 o'clock, it's, I don't know, like 5 or 6 back here in the States, p.m. in the evening. And I would just wake up, and he would be there, 4 o'clock, 4:30. And now he's older now, so, when in the time period I'm talking about, and so he would be praying and doing something that's the equivalent of rosary. We call it mala, M-A-L-A. Reflecting, praying. It's crazy. I mean, I could hear him. His lips would be moving. It was the funniest thing. I used to do an impression of him, and he's a great man. Very calm, very serene, but at the same time, he was always agitated about something. Gosh, I miss that man. Engagement. We've talked about this a little bit in the last few days, maybe weeks. The dinner party, the lunch party. We're going to bring it up again next week. Engagement with others. Engagement with yourself. Again, that concept of reflection we talked about, but that real engagement with others is part of your daily routine. I think it's got to help, right? If it's a healthy engagement, it's got to help. Laugh a little, discuss a little, debate a little, get it out there, get refreshed, rejuvenated with your friends, your family, perhaps your classmates. Engagement. All part of that daily routine. Doing things orderly. Which, again, if you apply some rules and rituals of time management, will free up time for spontaneity, to do something creative, or things will come to you that weren't there before. We're all a work in progress. Always. But I think this concept of routine is progress without thought, without hesitation. You're just going to want to do it, want to do right by others. This is my trickle-down theory. Have a great evening, folks. Talk soon. Well, kids, you know who this is. It's ARP, damn it. You have been listening to the ArpCast, a sensational, fact-filled experience meant to change the world. I'm happy you stopped by. Our sponsors, those greedy, wily bastards, thank you too. Make sure to write, this has been the ArpCast. I'm out.